Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Young Family Tai Chi traditional form. We're doing section 3. So last time we finished the Fair Ladies, and the next moves are, other than grasp the bird's tail, cloud hands, and then we're going to go into snake creeps down. I would like to do a little review of cloud hands before we get into snake creeps down, primarily because Rogelio has not done the traditional cloud hands. You've only done the circular cloud hands. So a little review for everybody, and then we'll go into snake creeps down. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around and we're going to start from cross hands and do the whole form up to single whip following the Fair Ladies. Okay? So we're cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Shift right, turn the left toe past the corner. Shift back, separate your hands. Pull in the right foot. Swing, step, brush, strike, roll back, circle your arms, pull back your weight, and turn to the side. Press, pull in the right, attach the left, expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders to the front foot direction. Square up your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push to shoulder level. Diagonal single whip. Shift back, flatten your hands. Turn and pull. Press down. Release the left foot. Make your hook hand with the right. Standing ward off. Step, deflect, strike. Wild horse parts its main 1. Shift right. Turn the left foot past the corner. Come back. Pull in the right foot. Step and close. Turn and shift weight. 2. Shift back. Come back forward, ward off with the right, pull with the, ward off with the left, pull with the right, pull in the left foot, step and close, separate, and shift weight. 3, shift back, pull with the left, ward off with the right, pull in the right foot, step and close, shift weight, and turn. Transition to grasp the bird's tail. Shift weight back. Turn the right foot to the front corner. Shift your weight to the right. Pull in the left. Step and close. Shift and turn to the side for left ward off. Right ward off. Shift right. Turn the left foot to the corner. Pull with the left, ward off, down with the right. Pull in the right foot, step and close. Shift weight, separate. Roll back. Turn to the corner as you rotate your arms. Come back as you rotate to the other corner. Press. Pull in the right, detach the left, expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest. Push to shoulder level. Single whip, shift back, flatten your hands, pull and turn. all the way around. Press down, ward off with the left, hook hand with the right, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Fair lady 1, shift right, turn the left foot to the corner, shift back toward the front, step and turn your hands, passing palm, separate and step, shift weight strike. 2, press down, turn, cross and step, open, strike, and turn your left foot. 3, press down, step to the side, turn, passing palm, all the weight on the right, step and open, turn and shift weight. 4, press down, turn, cross and step, open, strike, and rotate your left foot. Transition to grasp the bird's tail. Shift your weight back. Make your hands into a rollback shape. Turn your right foot to the corner. All the weight on the right. Pivot the left foot. Step and close. Turn and shift weight forward. Ward off left. Ward off right. Shift right. Turn. Pull in the right. Step and close. Shift weight separate. Roll back. Rotate your arms. As you rotate your waist to the corner, shift your weight back as you turn to the other corner. Press, pull in the right, detach the left, expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, flatten your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, press, or rather push forward. Single whip, shift back, turn and pull, all the way around. Press down, single whip, strike. Okay, how did that go? Any questions on the prior moves?
Just quick one. You say that after the 4th fair lady and into grasp the bird's tail, it's a rollback position of the.
It is the rollback position of the hands. So remember, I'm going to do it toward you. When you did ward off right, roll back, you rotated your hands so that this is up, this is out. This is how you do rollback. And you're essentially doing something very much like that when you go into the transition into left ward off. Because let's say you're here, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight back. And that's when you get that rollback shape. And you're going to turn. And then you're going to pivot on the left foot and step and close.
Okay, yeah, it was after the rollback, my question. Then you kind of open and close again when you pivot.
When
you came from the rollback position.
Then here, okay? Yeah. Then what happens is it's just like regular left ward off. So what happens from here? I shift all my weight to the right. When I shift my weight to the right and I pivot, this looks just like
Right,
beginning, right?
right,
Step and close.
right. Thank you. Yeah, great.
Okay. And because my feet are closer together, I don't pull in the left foot. So remember when you did wild horse parts, it's main, okay? And your transition to pass it left ward off. Here, you turn, and you also have all your weight on the right as you have one leg up. But because your feet are far apart, you pull in first and then step and close. Okay.
Can we try one more time, Rita, from all of the lady ones into the grasping the bird's tail again?
Okay, so for the fourth fair lady, looks like this. I'm doing it the same direction as you. Okay, so the fourth fair lady, I'm going to move my weight back and make my hands into the rollback shape.
Yep.
So remember the other ones I was pressing down. This one I'm making into rollback shape instead. Then as I shift back, I'm rotating on my right heel to the front corner. Then I'm going to shift all my weight to the right and pivot on the left. Then I'm going to step forward, step and close, right? Left ward off. Hi, Rita.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Are there any questions on the fair ladies?
I
You're
mean,
good?
I could review them again, but no. Okay, guess not. Never mind.
Let's do it once, okay?
Yes.
We'll do it once, and then we'll do it with the adapted 2 and 4, okay?
Yes.
So from single whip, you're here. 1, shift back, turn. Turn back toward the front. Turn your hands over when you step. You're going to step toward the side. Passing palm. Separate and step. Shift weight, strike. 2. Press down. Turn. And we're going to do the adapted movement. So we're going to step back. Turn the right on the left heel, so it's toward the corner. Then we're going to separate and strike. So it's more like the first one. So then you press down, this is for 3. You step toward the side. You turn toward the corner. Everything comes together as you do passing palm. Step and open, shift weight, strike. 4, press down, turn. And then we're going to do the accommodation, which is step back, turn the left foot toward the side as you close, open and step, strike and close. Okay? So now we're going to do a little review of cloud hands. Because after you have, so the way the third section works is, the big sections are, after you do Embrace Tiger, Return to Mountain, you're going to do Parting the Wild Horse's Mane. It's the first big section. Then Fair Lady, is the next big section. The next move is going to be cloud hands. There are only 3 cloud hands in the whole form, okay? And 2 of them are followed by high pad on horse. This one is not. This one is followed by snake creeps down. So we're going to do a quick review of cloud hands, and then we're going to do snake creeps down, okay? So cloud hands comes from single whip. And if you look at the footwork, and this is the part that's different from the essential form. When you look at the footwork, what you're going to do is you're going to move back, and this foot goes to the straight. And as you shift back, this comes in. So you're parallel. Then you're going to move weight to the right and step out. So it's like double width. And then you're going to step single width. Double width, and then single shoulder width. And on the third one, after you step out, you're going to step this foot toward the corner. You're going to step like this. Why? This becomes your back foot to the single width. You're going to come back and make a bow stance to single width. Okay? The hands are the same. So what is important about the hands for cloud hands? You have 2 kinds of move. You have a grab and pull, and you have a ward off. So if I'm doing it toward you, okay, let's say I'm here. I'm grabbing and pulling with the left as I'm warding off with the right. Can you see that? When my hands come to the side, I'm shoulders width. Then as I go the other side, I go to double width. Single width. Double width. Single width. So my hands are going from side to side, but my shoulders are only going corner to corner. Can you see that?
Yes.
So one more time, I'll show you. So here, the important thing here is to keep your feet parallel. This is the only move where your feet move parallel in this sideways motion. So when you get to the third one, you're going to make your base foot for your single width, and you're going to come back, and when you get to the end, you make your hook hand. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Okay? Is that okay with everybody? All right. Questions? Yes.
I'm noticing that when your palm goes in front of your face, the moment in which it switches is almost in front of your face. That's when it rotates.
What you want to do is, if you imagine that I'm making a circle with the elbow as a center, can you see that? I'm making a circle around my elbow. Okay. When I'm going to start when I'm in front of my face, so that I'm here when I'm at 12 o'clock and I'm pulling. Can you see that?
Right.
So the way this works is I'm at ward off all this time. And then when I get here, I want to be turning at the top. And pulling. And when I pull as far as I can pull, which is like 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever it is, then what I'm doing is I'm going to turn my palm back by rotating my forearm. And that turns my elbow up as I come down. Okay.
Okay.
So this is just like cross hands. When you did cross hands, you came out, okay, your hands are out, you rotate, and you cross down, right? So you did this before, essentially, when
Right.
you did cross hands. Okay?
You.
All right. The next move is snake creeps down. And this is a really difficult move. I cannot do this move. But I will tell you the principles that you need to know to do this move. Okay. The first thing is you have to come from a really good bow stance. Okay, let me show you what it looks like. Or let me show you what it looks like when I do it, which is not really that great. Okay, so what you're doing is you're turning this foot out to that corner, and then you're coming back and coming back forward. And that's all there is to it. Okay. Now, why is this difficult? If you watch Master Yang do it, he comes back and he essentially sits on his ankle. I cannot sit on my ankle and get up again. So that is the story on that. But in order to do this move at all, you have to have two things for your bow stance. You have to have your feet shoulder width apart, if I'm doing it facing you. And well, if I do it this way, I have to have my feet shoulder width apart, and I have to have a long enough stride. And the reason I need a long enough stride is when I put my foot out there, I need to have enough space to come back and come forward. If my stride is too close, when I'm back here, I can't go down because my feet are too close together. So you have to have long enough stride and wide enough stance. And the reason you need a wide enough stance is, I will show you here. If you don't have a wide enough stance, let's say you're narrow, what happens is when you come here, then as you come back, you are really wobbly. You don't have a big enough base to be stable. Okay, so be careful that you are wide enough and long enough. Okay, so those are the 2 points. Now, what makes for a correct single snake creeps down? The correct move has to do with the position of your right knee. Okay, so if I'm here, let's say I'm facing toward the corner right now, and I move my foot this way, my knee has to stay in the direction of my foot. Okay, what happens is people want to go lower, and in the attempt to go lower, they collapse their knees. So I can go lower if my knee goes in. Don't do that. Okay, you have to keep your knee out over your foot. And what that requires is leg strength but also open hips. You have to really have an open enough hip in order to get that knee over that foot. You see what I'm saying? So it requires a lot of different things, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so
Is it only,
and-
sorry, is it only done to the one side, the right, but not the left?
yes, we only do snake creeps down to the right.
Okay.
Yes. And but in principle, what happens is that if you're here and you move here, you want this leg to go out to your foot direction, same foot direction. And then when you come, so when you're in terms of your footwork, you just move your leg, your foot out to the corner, and then you just sink down. And then you come forward. Now, the problem is that there's really a limit to how far you can sink down if your legs are not strong. Like for me, I can only really sink down to here. Because if I want to sink down further, what happens is I tend to pitch forward. So the two dangers are you either pitch your weight forward or you pull your knee in, both of which you should avoid. Okay, if you pitch your weight forward, essentially you are making your torso go into an unsupported place. Okay, so generally you want, for example, when I'm going toward here, this is a support for me. I can go this way and have my torso supported. But if I go here, I've got nothing, you know, so don't go there. Okay. So the in terms of the handwork, it's pretty simple. So if you're at single width, this one just stays the same. It just stays there. And it's about neck height. Okay. This one, when you shift, when you turn your foot and you start shifting back, what you're going to do is you're going to pull your hand in front of the left side of your chest. And then as you go down, it goes down with it. And then it goes a little bit forward. Okay. If you watch Master Yang do it, not only does he sit on his ankle, his left hand is like on the side of his ankle in the front. So in terms of how the left-right orientation of the left hand, when you started at single width, you're here. When you come down, you're coming down pretty much straight, see? And then you're going to go forward. You're going to point your fingers forward as you go forward. So from the side, you're here, and you're going to come here on the left side of your chest, and you're going to go down, and then you're going to move your fingers forward so you can go forward. Okay? So it's like a C shape. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So this move goes, is followed by Golden Rooster. And I want to emphasize that snake creeps down, goes from single whip here, and you come down. It ends here. And then you do golden rooster. So we have a little time, so let's do golden rooster too, okay? So the way golden rooster works is that I will do it in the direction that you would be doing it if you started facing that way, okay? So you're at single whip, you move your foot that way, you come down and forward. Now the next transition is you come back up. So it looks just like single whip. In fact, you're going to move your right foot back where it was at single whip. Then your next move is you're going to move your left foot out toward the corner as you pull. And then you're going to move your weight forward and then stand on one leg. So in terms of the footwork, you were at single whip, you did snake creeps down, and then you come back to where you were at single whip. Then you're going to move this foot out to the corner, and then you're going to move your weight forward. So this is going to be your anchor leg, right? You're going to be standing on one foot, on this foot. So when you start turning, your body is going toward the anchor foot, right? So then stand up.
And when you stand up, is your foot pointed or kick, or what is your foot doing when you lift it off the ground?
When it's the same as any other one foot. So you have one foot to the corner and one foot pretty much straight. So, and the same thing about pointing it in, pointing it in so that it covers your knee and protects the crotch. Same principle.
Got it.
It's like just before and after you kick. Same thing. Okay. So when you're at single whip, you do this for snake creeps down, you come back to the same position as single whip, and then you move this foot out toward the corner so that you can stand on it. So your weight moves that way, and then you stand up. Okay.
But if you come back to the position of single whip, then you have to wait mostly in the front. Why not pivot before that?
Well, what happens is that when you're here, this is less stable than this, right?
Okay.
And you're using this position this is more stable so that you can move your weight back to pivot.
So there's a little.
You have to pivot,
Yeah.
So it's one of these empty and full things, okay? So you have to fill one leg so that the empty foot can pivot.
Yeah, I was missing shift back again and then forth again.
Yeah, you have to shift back and then forward again because otherwise you can't turn. There are some styles where they turn on a full foot. But I think that's really hard on your knees.
Yeah.
If your foot is really full and you're trying to turn on it. So we don't do that. Okay, so the other foot is full when you're turning your foot. Okay, now
Yeah.
in terms of the hands, the way the hands work is that, let me show it to you first. Okay, so let's say we're doing it from single whip. Okay, you did your snake creeps down, you come back to single whip. Then you're going to shift back and you turn. When you turn, you're going to pull with the left. And as your weight shifts to the left, your hand comes down. So essentially, what's going to happen is your hands are going to line up. You're going to want to pull this one back and pull this one so it faces forward. So if you look at it, you can see that these are lined up one on top of the other. Can you see that? So that when you shift your weight and stand up, it's one up and one down. Can you see that? So when you're here and you pull, once you pull, you start moving your weight forward and lining up your hands. So this hand flattens out and comes back, and this hand faces fingers forward. And the reason it faces fingers forward is if you look at it from this side. Okay, so if I'm here and I pull, and then I'm going to shift my weight forward. And as I shift my weight forward, I'm going to move this hand back and this hand forward so that they line up. Can you see they kind of line up? Then as I stand up, one up and one down.
Yes.
Okay, so there are two of these, and in almost all the forms, it's left first and then right, meaning that the standing leg is left first and the standing leg is right after. So if you look at the footwork and I'm doing it toward you, okay, if I was at bow stance for single whip, I do snake creeps down. Then when I come back forward, I'm going to move this foot back. I had to have my weight forward in order to rotate this one. Then I shift my weight back so I can rotate this one. Then the first golden rooster, I come up. The second one, I step back. One line, two sides. Can you see it's one line, two sides where my heels are? I step back and pivot on my heel. So now I'm in an empty stance, heel touch. And then I stand up. Okay? So that's how the footwork works. But you can see why very often people conflate the snake creeps down with the golden rooster. And the reason is that you're here, you come here, you come down, and then you think, oh, I'll just go forward and it'll all be one thing. But it's not. It's two separate things. Okay? And there are other things that follow snake creeps down, which is why you should think of it as a separate move. Okay, so I'll show it to you, both of them. So if you're at single whip, you shift your foot back, you come back, you're doing snake creeps down, you come forward, you move your right foot to the side again, then you pull and turn the front foot. Then as you line up your hands, you do one up, one down. Then as you step back, you start lining up your hands again for the next one. And you shift back. You're pushing off the heel of the front foot. So now you're at empty stance, heel touch. And then you go one up, one back. Okay? How did that feel?
Pretty good.
Good. So any questions? Okay, good. So let's do it again from single whip. We'll do single whip, snake creeps down, and then left and right golden rooster. Okay, so I'm going to do it the direction you would be doing it if you had started facing that way. Okay, so single whip, snake creeps down, turn your foot to the corner, come back. You're making a C with your left hand. Come forward. Then you're going to come back up, turn the right foot back toward the corner. Then as you turn the left toe to that corner, you're going to pull. Then as you shift your weight, you're going to turn your body and shift toward that corner. Then you're going to position your hands and then one up, one down. Then you're going to step back as you flatten the right hand. You're positioning your left hand to face the fingers facing toward the front. Then as you push off the heel of your left foot, you pivot it so that it's straight. Now you're an empty stance heel touch. And then you come up, one down. Okay?
Yes.
So how about we just do Fair Lady to, we'll do single whip, Fair Lady. And then we'll do Cloud Hands, and then all the way to Golden Rooster. Okay?
Yes.
So we're at single whip, Fair Lady, shift right, turn again, facing front, step, passing palm, step and separate, shift and strike. 2, press down, turn, step and cross, open, strike and pivot the left foot. 3, press down, step to the side, turn to the corner, passing palm, step and open, shift weight strike, 4, press down, turn, cross and step, open, shift weight strike, transition to grasp the bird's tail, shift your weight back, your hands come to roll back shape, pivot the right foot to the corner, all the weight goes to the right as you pivot on the left foot, then step and close, shift and turn, right ward off, shift right, pull and ward off, pull in, step and close, separate and shift weight, roll back, rotate your arms, rotate your waist, shift weight back as you go to the other corner, press, pull in the right, attach the left, and expand forward. Push, square up your shoulders, square up your hands, come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, push to shoulder level, single whip, shift back, turn and pull, press down, release the left, ward off left, hook and right, standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Cloud hands, shift right, turn toward the right, pull, step, pull, step, pull, step. And here we're at number 3. Then step to the corner, keep going, and end up with a hook hand. Step and strike. Snake creeps down. Turn the right foot to the corner. Come back, sink, and hand comes forward. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. Come forward, turn the right foot to the corner, turn the left foot to the corner as you pull. Pull back with the left, position the right, stand up. Right. Step, 1 line, 2 sides. Flatten the front hand, position the left, shift weight back as you pivot the left foot. Then 1 hand up, 1 hand down. Okay? Are there any questions?
We quickly check the end of cloud hands, the footwork.
Yes. Okay. So I'll do the whole cloud hands. This is pretty quick. So here, this is the way they usually call it. 1, 2, 3. So when you get to 3, you step.
Okay, got it.
The last one steps to the corner. Okay.
Forward.
What?
Step forward a little bit to the corner. Not only.
Yes.
Yeah.
You step forward a little bit because what happens is you're stepping forward. If you think of you've been going in a line, right? This way, you're going to step a little forward to the corner so that this foot will maintain that line when it steps to the bow stance.
Uh-huh.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So in order to get the shoulders width, you have to step forward so that you're wide enough when you step with the left foot. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Yes, no?
No,
Okay. Well, practice. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, Rita.
thank you
Okay,
very much. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Rita.
Oh, you're welcome. Nice to see you, Rita.